You want to grow tastier? Look at the genetics, right?
Yeah,
it starts with the genetics. We probably should have started with genetics, but we talk about genetics a lot. If I'm looking to grow something tasty and I'm browsing for genetics, I look at the listing, product listing, and see what they have for a description there, right? See if there's anything that's going to appeal to me, the flavor that I'm looking for, right? Does it even list flavor? Some, cultivar, some strains are going to focus more on the effects. They're really going to be effect focused versus some people are going to advertise flavor over it, smell, all that stuff. But a lot of these good listings, like there are several banks out there that have listings and they have that explanation in detail. So you want to grow something tasty? What does the listing description say? Just start with that. And sure, it could be inaccurate, right? But that's what we've got to go off of. So maybe start there and genetics.
I know that, I know that Rob likes the sweet candy,
of course,
fruity stuff.
Grape.
So when he's looking for something, that's what he wants to look for.
Yeah.
The gas, that nasty, funky stunk. He's going to avoid that.
Pigeons is sarcastic now for the audio folks that can't see what we're doing.
Can't see him cringing over here. I do think genetics is very important. Shout out to Swank. That's our
the
guy.
Best start.
That's when that man pulled me out of GMO. I just have to get personal with this one. Oh my god! Swank gave me some of the best. Well, a Swank ice cream along cake. With it was Eric Nugshots.
I think that might have been Atlas seed code that he got. That GMO was from the Eric had.
Who? That Eric did?
I think it was Atlas.
Atlas.
Because I remember asking him that, and now I recently saw Atlas. I'm like,
okay.
Put it together.
I'm telling you.
Don't quote me.
That and Swank in particular, I know because he involves it a lot with it.
Swank's got the cut,
concentrates, and man, that flavor, that smell, just that nasty, funky, garlicky, oniony smell that you really take in from that genetic. Get it from the source, man. Get it from the source, because that's going to get you exactly what you're looking for. If I'm looking for a chill out OG that's got a little more of that brisker OG,
I'm going to go MrGrow.com/drop.
I'm going to go to MrGrow.com/drop.
That's number one rule.
Number one.
The last video to this video. If you don't start with terpene genetics, you're going to be growing. I did this for 3 years in a row. I grew all these different genetics and went through 100 cultivars. Me and Trey did between the two of us. Not one did we find from that mix that was tasty.
Wow.
A lot of unique ones, good growers, but nothing was tasty. But we also were ignorant to pheno hunting, and we were doing pick and mix 1 and 2 seeds at a time, feminized genetics, and it wasn't that great. And I was like, what are we doing wrong, dude? Like, I used to always grow nothing but tasty. And I come to realize, I'm like, oh, well, I need to hunt more of these. And I ended up finding more that had the flavor that popped. I had some that were, kind of tasty. My best growing chill out OG, my biggest, fattest cola was the most bland of them all. And my popcorny kind of one was just fire, like super dank, but it wasn't the one to show. You know what I'm saying? Like the one I did in my video wasn't the tastiest one, but the kind of runty one was so fire. But you got to hunt for that. You can't just expect to get that because it's the name of the genetic. And then having the basic recipe of growing, a flower, that should be able to get you to the point to get at least enough expressions to be like, oh, that's a lot of potential. Not just like, nothing, bland, nah. Like the stuff that, dude, literally, I sat there, the GMO cookies that you got from the dispo, I sat there for like a couple minutes, like, he's like, if you have to work that hard on it, it's not it. And I was like, yeah, you're right, right.
You should know the moment you peel that.
I sat there just trying to give the benefit of the doubt. I'm like,
it's there. He's like, it's got to be there.
Like, come on.
It's got to be there.
Yeah, and it's just, if it's not there, it's not there. And that's a big thing, is you can take all these techniques and all these different tips and everything, but if the genetic doesn't have those expressions, you get the wrong pheno, just start from scratch. Move on to the next thing. You don't think you're going to find it after you get this next, you go get stash blend, which is great. Awesome. You got it. That's not the secret recipe to get you flavor. If you haven't had flavor at all from this genetic, it'll grow better. Might get you a little bit more terp, maybe, but it ain't going to make it gas all of a sudden. It doesn't work that way. This FTS clip was brought to you by AC Infinity, leaders in garden innovation. Use discount code TheStash15 at checkout to save some money on your order.
From the Stash Podcast.